Hey guys, welcome back to the Caliber8 Tools and DIY channel. My voice is pretty much shot, and but I decided to come on and do a live anyway, and I'm gonna make it a more of a promotional type of live for the channel. I do that every so often because we are a business here at Caliber8, and we do have products for our audience and for the general public. So I'm gonna try to make it through this live. Um, Hopefully not getting on your nerves because I know my voice is, like I said, you guys can tell, right? I'm trying to get over some right now, but I figured, hey, look, I'm just going to risk it and come on and do the live anyway. Talk a little bit about why you should support small business, okay? And yeah, you can call a business small, but I don't necessarily like to call it small because, you know, that seed that you plant, okay, can end up being bigger than you ever imagined. But anyway, for the sake of the conversation, I'll call it small. Guys, there's many reasons why you should support small businesses. I know you're doing it probably every day, and but this is very important. Okay, it's not always about the big box retailers, the big brands. I know they have all the influence out there. They can buy tons of ads. They got they have tens of hundreds, maybe hundreds of media buyers. I don't know to push their brand and their messages out to the public. Guy like me, I got platforms, okay, that I use, and I don't use a lot of paid ads at the moment, but and I see the importance of using them, but I like to relate to my audience, right, one on one, person to person, face to face, and let them know who I am. That's why I started doing lives anyway. So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump into a couple of reasons why you should support small business and why you should shop with Caliber8. I'm going to plug myself. Like I said, this is a promotional live tonight. But yeah, let's dive into it, guys. One of the reasons why you should support, and I'm going to keep repeating myself, guys. If you come on the live and you hear my voice, it's kind of shot. Um, and if it's too much for you, I understand. But I didn't want to neglect the live tonight just because of my voice. It's not totally gone. One of the reasons why you should support small business, okay, or your local business, is pretty much community, right? Community support. That's what it's all about, guys. A lot of stuff is going on in the world, and you know, um, there's a lot of things people are mad at right now, angry at. There's a lot of division going on, and one of the things we need in the midst of all that is community, right? Um, and one of the ways to show your support for community is to support the businesses in the community. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your community. It can be any community or person that you feel is contributing to the community at large, to the nation at large. And showing your support is a great way to without having to be out front and center yourself, but you vote with your dollar bills, right? You vote with your money, and where you spend your money tells a lot about what you care about, your values, and all of that. And one of the ways to do that is once again simply support your small business in the area or even online. So community support is one of the biggest reasons why you should you should support small businesses, okay? Because small businesses represent that community, point blank center, okay? They're a big part of the local community, and there's they hire people in the community, and actually the the economy at large depends on small businesses. If you didn't know that or not, okay? Job creation, number two, job creation. That's one of the things I'm big about on this channel, right? I talk a lot about the trades. I talk a lot about um, you know, having opportunities for young folks. There's a lot of our folks out here. Not they're not all young folks. There's a lot of people that are suffering right now because they feel they don't have opportunity. Part of my job is not just to teach you about tools, teach you about the trades, but show you that there are a lot of opportunities out there that you may have felt wasn't there before. Okay. And I just talk about the trades. There are many other industries you can get other people talk about on YouTube. My focus is on the trades. That's where I focus at, because I feel the barrier to entry is not as high, and it's it doesn't take a lot just to get in. And once you get your foot in the door, man, it's no telling how far you can go, right? And so job creation is a big thing for me. Even at Caliber 8, it's every time I hire a new contractor or a freelancer or anybody like that, guess what? That makes me feel very good that I'm helping someone out by giving them a job as well. I'm not necessarily hiring them all the time. Like I said, I may be using them as a contractor. But guess what? We're working together, right? We're working together. They're getting paid, and they're helping me as well, right? They're helping me put this content out for you guys as well. So job creation is a big deal. Okay, that's what it's all about. Okay. Number 3, unique products. Okay. Now, when I started out on this, guys, this was like, I don't know, maybe 10 or so years ago, a little bit more than that. It was all about product creation for me. It was about innovation, creating something new, putting something on the market that nobody else could find. Okay. And I spent many years crafting just maybe 1 or 2 products, and not just that, going through the whole process of getting the intellectual property, the patents, and all of that. Guys, check this out. This is a patent. This is a United States patent. Okay. So yeah, I've been through it all. I got about 3 of these right here. And it took a lot of time, took a lot of money, took a lot, you know what I'm saying? A lot of time and money just to get that. Only to have, some of the products that I have be counterfeited and copied, right? But that happens. That's the dark side of capitalism. You can't cry about it. It can only make you stronger, right? You could either fold or, get back up and figure out a way around that. And that's what I did. That's one of the reasons why I jumped on YouTube. That's one of the reasons why I jumped on quote unquote social media, is to be able to use these free platforms to create a brand around Caliber 8. Okay. Because I was dead set, determined on bringing the products to market to serve you guys with the products that Caliber 8 has created and innovated. Okay. So bringing unique products to market has been a big motivator for me. And any entrepreneur can tell you that's what drives them as well. It's not all about, oh, I'm going to get paid. It's the creative process in itself that pushes you forward. Okay. Getting money is just a byproduct, right, of you having the discipline to go through years and years and years of hardship, of loss, of quote unquote failure, getting back up again and doing it all over again. Excuse me, guys. I got to excuse me. Anyway, guys, let's see here. Let me continue. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so number 4, personalized service, right? Now, I'm not a brick and mortar, but there are a lot of brick and mortars out here in the good old US of A. And one of the things that a brick and mortar can give you, right, and you can even do it online as well, is the customer service, personalized customer service experience. Okay. In one of my previous online businesses, one of the things I liked the most about it was the customer service aspect of it. Yeah, I was, pushing products out there online as well. And but what I liked most about it is answering the questions that I got all the time that kept pouring in about a product. When is it going to be there? How can I use this? Or any product, any question you can think of, you get. when you're in business from the customer. And I personally enjoy answering those questions. Why? Because it makes me a better business person. It makes me able to serve the audience, the customer better, right? Because I'm finding out what their pain points are. So being able to develop a good customer service platform, I don't care what you do, I think it's one of the most rewarding things you can do as a business owner, right? And that's what I thrive on myself. Okay, guys, got to take some water here, man. This voice is no joke. All right, let me hold on a second. Yeah, I won't be on here too long, guys. I'm gonna cut it short because of my voice right here. But let's talk about a few more things. Why you should buy Caliber 8 merch. Okay, preserving diversity. Excuse me. Yeah, disgusting, right? Anyway, preserving diversity, guys. I'm all about diversity. Okay, I know, like right now, that word is it's a cuss word. Diversity, right? But you need people like me in the marketplace. People that look like me in the marketplace. Okay, just not only to show diversity, but to show that people from communities like where I'm from, that you need to be out here starting businesses, uh, not just to serve the general public, but to serve your own community, to be able to give jobs to people in your own community. So one of the motivating factors as to why I do this is to be that face, to be that representative in my own way, uh, to show that, like I said, that you need to have different backgrounds in the game.